Chicago music scene, kind of gnarly. It's kind of hard to break into. Like, Chicago is cool because you have to like earn it. You have to like get into it. You have to like try really hard. But once you're in, then it's like word of mouth totally like spreads through the whole system. Definitely like the Midwestern mentality of like working class kind of thing, and it's more down to earth, which I like. So yeah, Chicago's been really good to us. And it's funny because like even though I didn't grow up listening to like a lot of like math rock or like Midwestern kind of music, like that's totally a part still of like how we sound, like somewhere buried deep, you know. And I don't think it would be that way unless we had grown up here and like all of us were subliminally influenced by all of those things. We've definitely like been on the band journey, like the toils of being in a band. Like it's not easy, like it's hard. I mean, especially working with like your best friends. It's like the most gratifying thing in the world, but it is hella hard. I think every band faces this. Like we're all like 25. We've been out of college for a few years. Like we're all working and facing the realities of like work life and rent life and bill life, and there are things you can't avoid, you know, like no matter how much you want to play music, that doesn't mean you can avoid like doing all these other things you have to do. So it's an interesting place to be because I'm starting to feel like we need to do this. You know, like if we're doing this, like we're doing this, like we're doing it for real. You know, like we need to tour more, we need to like play more, we need to make records faster, we need to be like pushing it more. And I think we're all kind of like on this brink of like jumping into it, you know, like where we're like, okay, we're just gonna do this. But in the meantime, we're still kind of like having to deal with real life. And like we don't get to practice all the time. Like we practice once a week, and it's only for a couple hours. Like it's not like we're every day just like hanging out, playing music, you know. So ideally the future is making more records and touring more. And I mean, that will happen. I didn't like intend to start a band. I always kind of wanted to do something else, like wanted to do something that was more like, I always wanted to like be more a part of the audience, like wanted to like be with the people experiencing it. That was something that all the studying of music did for me, was like separate the audience from the performers, you know, and there's a lot of like hoity-toity that I didn't like. So that's why I started it. I'm really lucky that it ended up being with like my best friends.